Let's go. Your message has been transmitted successfully. Warning, intruder detected. Establishing communication. Access granted. Accessing confidential data. Let's go. Your message has been transmitted successfully.
Good evening and welcome to Ranger Stadium on the Rangers Network. Brant Freeman alongside Tony Brubaker. It is a 27-6A battle district play between the 4-2 Smithson Valley Rangers and the 1-6 Canyon Cougars. Tony, welcome to the broadcast. Smithson Valley off the heels of an impressive 45-21 win over Clemens. The Rangers on a roll right now. They have won 3 straight and playing their best football.
Offensively, they were as sharp as we've seen them all year. Last week against Clemens, especially after that 2-touchdown start for each team in the first quarter, and then their defense took over. The Rangers just came out, and you asked me earlier what was different. They just rallied to the ball. You know, you hear coaches talk about those lingo things all the time. Defensively, run downhill, go to the ball, party at the pile, all those kind of things. But somehow this defensive unit has awakened to be just everywhere the ball is. They're there and they're making plays.
Look at the figures during this winning streak the defense has put up. They're only allowing 140 yards a game to the opposition. They're giving up 9 points per game during this winning streak. And this stat really speaks to me, Tony. They are making a living in the backfield over the past 3 games. 11 sacks for the defense, 28 tackles for loss. And, we saw it last week against the Buffaloes at Lenoff Stadium. They made Frank Harris life difficult for him in his backfield.
And he's an unbelievable quarterback that doesn't seem to ever be able to be shut down when you average double-figure yards every time you carry the ball. And last weekend, I don't think he averaged more than 2 or 3 yards a carry. And again, it's the guys up front setting a tone, but then the linebackers and safeties and corners are all making plays in open spaces, and it's been remarkable to watch.
Now, Smithson Valley's offense also impressive during the winning streak, putting up point totals of 65, 37, and 45 points last week. They're averaging 437 yards of offense over these past 3 games. And right now, the passing game is an unbelievable rhythm. Josh Atkins, 10 touchdown passes over the past 2 ball games.
And what's really neat is the turnover margin's also been changing. Just a couple of weeks ago, it was a -1 or -2 or somewhere in there. Now they're a +1. And what that means is Smithson Valley's not turning the ball over, and defense is coming up with turnovers on their side.
Now, looking at the Canyon Cougars here, Tony, they're 1-6, sitting near the bottom of the district standings. The time is running out on the Cougars to get back into the playoff race. Last week, very competitive against Steele, albeit a banged-up Knights football team. So Canyon may be feeling a bit more confident as opposed to weeks past.
Yeah, it's a defensive unit that you wonder, how did they keep Steele down? Well, the injury to the quarterback obviously had the biggest part of that, but still you have to play, and we've seen Steele already. Big offensive linemen, quick running backs, a whole bunch of quick running backs, and as you go through that, how were they able to rally and keep them out of the end zone any more than they were?
Again, Smithson Valley and Canyon coming up here on the Rangers Network. We'll be back with more pregame coverage in just a moment.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is gonna be hilarious.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and saford.com.
I brought you here tonight to reveal our secret weapon defense. It's a real game changer. When our men are tired and hungry and don't want to go home and cook, but they're starving for great food at a great price, we're gonna call the delicious double wing.
You can't lose when your family calls the delicious double wing and you stop by Chicken Express for our legendary chicken tenders and Chicken East sweet tea.
This is awesome. Who came up with this plan?
Canyon so far this season, the record is just 1-6, but you look at two of the district losses for the Cougars so far this season, two of them coming by exactly 7 points to include their game this past Friday against Steele. Coach, a lot of people are probably surprised by that given the fact Steele is one of the top teams in the state, a top 30 team in the nation. Canyon played them to a 21-14 game a week ago. While it did surprise some, I know it didn't surprise you. You know that coach on the sidelines for the Cougars very well. As you look at this Cougar football team, well coached, what impresses you about them?
Well, you know, their attention to detail, their stick-to-itiveness. You mentioned the coach. We've worked together since 1989 up until a few years ago. So it's hardly surprising that they would be that kind of team. And, you know, that was not a fluke. You know, Steele had 21 points. One of those was on a punt return. One of those was on a pick six. Their offense scored 7 points. So Canyon's playing very, very well on defense. Again, not surprisingly. Has shifted gears offensively, kind of found their stride, picking up the pace there as well. And outstanding kicking game. Record's a bit misleading. And so we know what we're up against, and they'll get our best efforts, and our best effort will be required.
You look at the play of the offense so far this season, at times it has struggled, shut out twice this season. The Cougars averaging just 16 points per game, but there's big playability there. You look at the game last week, Isaac Lamar had a 52-yard touchdown run against a good Steele defense. He has about 500 yards rushing so far this season. What do they like to do on offense?
I think he's the focal point. They want to feature him as the back. They've kind of gone to a little bit more of a zone read game, using their quarterback more in a run game in an effort to slow down the aggressiveness of the defense. Who's got the ball, you know, that kind of thing. And so, they're not throwing it a ton, but when they throw it, they're featuring some big play receivers. When you crowd up to stop the run, try to get their guys in one-on-one situations. So it's well thought out, it's ever improving, and we'll have our hands full.
Something you spoke about earlier was the fact that Canyon's defense last week did hold Steele's offense to 7 points, and while yes, the Knights did lose a couple of key players in the middle of the game, to hold that offense to 7 points tells me all that I need to know about Canyon's defense. They're capable of great things. What do you expect to see out of their defense on Friday?
Well, you know, no one else has held Steele down like that, us included. So that certainly gets your attention. They're very fundamentally sound. They don't try to trick you defensively, Canyon. They'll line up in a 4-3 defense and screw their safeties in for run support, and you're not going to outnumber them at the point of attack. They're well coached. So if you overload a side, they're going to have people there. If you're spread out, they'll spread out with you. If you compress, they'll compress. So you're going to have to earn anything you get. They're not going to give you anything by being out of position.
You had a challenge early this season. The team had lost 2 straight games to Round Rock and Steele to get them to bounce back. Your football team has done that. You've since won 3 straight games. Is there a challenge as well when your team is playing good football to keep that momentum going, as there's a challenge to take a team back after losing a couple of games in a row?
Well, you know, our focus always is this, and you've heard me say it before. We're just trying to win the moment. You know, we're just trying to win this game this week. We're not looking back. We're not looking ahead. Not looking back at last year or anything like that. You know, in 27-6A, you just can't do that. Every week's a big challenge, and every week it's a formidable opponent, including this week. And we've got a chance to clinch a winning season with a win. We've got a chance to put us very, very close, if not actually outright clinch a playoff berth with a win. Got a chance to stay in contention for a district championship. We got all kind of reasons to play, not the least of which is the quality of the opponent. So we'll have a great week, and we'll do everything we're supposed to do, and whether it's good enough or not, we'll find out Friday night.
What are the keys, Coach, can you break down for us as you get ready for the game on Friday?
Well, I think explosive plays, limiting theirs and creating some of ours. We need to outdo them there. And then I think turnovers. The last 2 weeks we've been +1 and +3, and we've got to continue that trend, get some turnovers, short fields. And if we can't move it, at least punt them back and get them on the long field. And that, and then try to make something happen in the kicking game. Those are old cliches. There's a reason they're cliches. They're true. Somebody who uttered them years ago knew what they were talking about. People keep repeating them because they're valid.
And that again, our pregame conversation with Rangers head coach Larry Hill. Tony, any final keys you have before we get ready for kickoff?
I think a quick start offensively, get some points on the board early, and let the defense do their work.
Again, Smithson Valley's defense playing awfully impressive over the past 3 games, allowing just 9 points per contest during this winning streak. Offensively, the Rangers averaging 41 points per game and looking to keep the momentum going.
We're cooking dinner here at Whataburger. Doesn't that sound good?
We can cater to everybody's needs, whether you want a burger, whether you want chicken.
I love the salad because it has fruit, vegetables.
I ordered the triple meat with cheese.
Double meat with double cheese. I'm a meat eater.
Whataburger for dinner.
It's a time where all the family can get together. Everybody's off of work, everybody's out of school.
Dinner's special for me and my family because it's the one meal out of the day that we get to spend together.
I love seeing happy faces at Whataburger, and I would love to cook you dinner.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers, and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my #1. Kick it up now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born.
Rangers lead the all-time series 16-11, and they have won 13 straight over the Cougars. Canyon's last win in this series, you have to go all the way back to 1995. Putting the ball on the tee is Mason Reed. 2 returners back deep for the Cougars. Here's the kickoff, and this game is underway. Return from about the 4-yard line, right to left of the 10 to the 15, and drowned at around the 20-yard line is the returner for the Cougars, Clayton Steele. 1st and 10 Canyon coming up, 80 yards of real estate in front of them.
Once again, kickoff coverage has been a big strength of the Rangers, as that time no less than 6 different defenders were there to help out on the tackle.
Taking a look at Canyon starting quarterback Xavier Perez, a sophomore on the season, 489 yards passing, 1 touchdown to 5 interceptions. His passing attack is averaging less than 100 yards a game. The talented tailback Lamar, the backfield at first down for Canyon from their own 20-yard line. Rangers showing a blitz. They'll bring it. And Lamar on the carry, trying to run wide, and he's dragged down to the 20-yard line, no gain. Good pursuit by the Rangers defensively. Jacob Zuber into the tackle. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Once again, it was just a great job of stringing the run out, Brant. There were defenders there all along, and as Lamar tried to turn up the field, there was just nothing there.
Lamar had 81 yards rushing and a couple of touchdowns last week against Steele. 2nd and 10. Canyon at its own 20-yard line. Perez out of the pistol. Hand off to Lamar, and that's going nowhere either. C.J. Keeler in on that tackle for the Rangers along with Jack Gibbons, and quickly it's 3rd down and 11 to go.
And just like a week ago, it seemed like our defensive line and linebackers were finding holes to get through to the running backs before they even really got up ahead of steam.
Your Canyon team, the role of underdog tonight, you cannot be faced with 3rd down and long.
There's no doubt.
And here they are right now, 3rd down and 11 at their own 19-yard line. Out of the shotgun is Perez with 3 wide as Lamar comes in motion. Here's the rush. Perez sacked back to the 14-yard line. Shooting right through Keeler, his 3rd sack this season, and Canyon on his first possession goes 3 and out.
Keeler's one of those guys that we've talked about on the defensive line, that there's somebody different every week that starts off big. This time it's CJ, and great chance for a good return here.
Something we talked about in the pregame show, Smithson Valley's defense living in the backfield during this 3-game winning streak. 11 sacks over the past 3 games. Munchau out to punt from his own 1-yard line and gets the punt away. A wobbling punt. Woodard will give way to Dillon, and he's wrapped up immediately at around the 44-yard line. That'll go down as about a 41-yard punt, about a yard on the return. The Rangers offense comes out for the first time tonight. A Ranger offense on a roll, averaging 41 points per game, coming off a 45-point outing against Clemens.
Almost looked that way, like Trayvon maybe didn't know Josh was over there because he was going after the ball that he saw, and yet there was another returner to his right.
And Tony, talk about field position. Smithson Valley with great position to open up their first drive of the game. Out of the pistol, Atkins, 10 touchdown passes over the past 2 ball games. To throw on first down, pass to the far side, caught. Martinez tackled right around midfield to the far side by Clayton Steele. That's good for 6 yards, 2nd and 4.
Right there again, Edwin Martinez, one of the top pass catchers of this team. Johnny on the spot there, a little 5-6 yard look-in pass, and Josh put it right on his numbers.
A year ago, Martinez, 2 catches for 17 yards over the past 2 games alone, 7 grabs, 4 of them for touchdowns. 2nd down, 4 at the midfield stripe. Atkins with an empty backfield and 5 receivers. Takes a snap, going to keep it himself up the middle, knifes through and close to the sticks, and I think he's got it at the Canyon 46-yard line. Nerby on the tackle for the Cougars. And let's see, our head official looks and will signal first down.
First down for the Rangers.
Another good read by Josh, and he had several of those in the second half last week, Brant, where he just pulled it out of the running back's belly and said, I've got a spot here, and he found enough for a first down.
Atkins now over 900 yards in his career running the football, and he needs just 42 yards passing tonight to eclipse 6,000 career yards through the air. First down for the Canyon 46, Atkins out of the pistol. And with the handoff, nope, kept it himself, running left inside the 45 and down to the 43-yard line for 3 yards. 2nd down and 7.
All of a sudden, the Canyon defense trying to get a little erratic out there, bouncing around, jumping around, trying to give them some different looks. Something I know Coach Hill talked about in the pregame interview, that they're going to do everything they can to disrupt the Ranger offense.
8:35 to go first quarter, no score. We should note the sophomore tailback Nick Aiken starting tonight, the 4th different starting tailback for the Rangers this season. He's behind Atkins on 2nd down and 7 from the Canyon 43. Motion from Dillon. It's a play-action fake. Pass to the near side. Caught. No, dropped by Grotchet. had a beat on the defender but could not reel it in. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 7.
A great play design, a great play that you executed everything but the catch. And Grotchett's been such a sure-handed receiver this year that it's almost surprising to see him drop one that easy.
Had his first touchdown catch of the season last week in the win over the Buffaloes. 3rd down, 7 to go from the Canyon 43. Rangers opening possession. Martinez lined up to the top, Dillon to the bottom, the Ranger receivers. Motion to the backfield. 4-man rush for Canyon. Atkins fires a pass far side, caught by Martinez, and takes the defender with him out of bounds to the Canyon 30-yard line. 1st down, gain of 13.
And Coach Hill, again, talked about their 43 defense and how they do that and how they rush 4. And this time they lined up in a 52, just dropped someone off that defensive line. Again, trying to be deceptive, trying to change looks for Josh Atkins.
Canyon's defense yielding 33 points per game, but did hold Steele to a season-low 21 last week. 1st and 10 to the Canyon 30. Ball at the left hash for Atkins on 1st down. Takes a snap with a loaded backfield. Kept it himself running right and able to break a tackle. Still moving and then finally chopped down to the 28-yard line. On the stop there for the Cougars, Daquan Slepsky. That's good for 3 yards, 2nd down and 7.
Good job by Josh again, seeing an opening that time. I think his effort, if he'd have kept going straight, probably would have got a couple of more yards. He broke a tackle and then moved kind of sideways, and that's when he got caught.
7:40 to go, 1st quarter. No score, Rangers approaching the Canyon red zone. Out of the pistol, Atkins with 2 receivers. In motion comes Dillon. Play fake for Atkins. Here's the rush. Steps up and throws. Man open. Grotchett at the 10. Inside the 5. And tackle from behind at the 3-yard line by Steele. 1st and goal coming up.
Davis Grotchett all of a sudden in some pass pattern that they've noticed on film is wide open twice. This time he made sure he caught it. Stopped, in fact, to make sure he could gather it in. And then it makes 1st and goal for the Rangers, so a great opportunity again.
It's as if the Rangers have gained a new weapon, at this stage of the season in Grotchett. 1st and goal, the backup tight end Ordorzal Hunter comes into the formation from the Canyon 3-yard line. Grotchett comes in motion left. Snap to Atkins on the keeper to his left and walks in for career touchdown number 26, and the Rangers strike first.
Another great read by Josh. As you mentioned, Brant, all of a sudden we've seen 2 things happen. Davis Grotchett is now a prime receiver in what we're seeing against their defense, and the quarterback run is something they want to prove they can do early.
Smithson Valley 13 first quarter points last week, scoring on the opening drive this evening. Read off of the PAT. The kick is up, and the kick is good. 6:59 left, opening quarter. Smithson Valley 7, Canyon nothing. Back with more Ranger football on the Rangers Network.
What gives? Oh, check it out. He's buffering.
That's super annoying. He really ought to sign up for GVTC's internet service with SpeedSync. Up to 100 megabits download speed and up to 100 megabits upload speed too.
That's fast. Finally, he'll stop buffering at the worst times.
Call GVTC today for SpeedSync internet service and say bye-bye to buffering. GVTC, just plain smart.
When he's done loading, this is going to be hilarious.
It's time.
Back on the Rangers Network, 7-zip, Smithson Valley. Just under 7 minutes to go. 1st quarter, Rangers' first drive. They're able to cash it a touchdown. A run by Josh Atkins from 3 yards out, capping off an 8-play, 56-yard drive in 3 minutes and 2 seconds. Smithson Valley looked impressive on offense on its first try of the game.
Efficient, 1 dropped pass, or it would have been a quicker drive.
Read on for the kickoff from the 40. Steele awaits back deep. He will field it 5 yards deep and take a knee at the G in Rangers. And the Cougars start at their own 25-yard line. Their first possession, if you recall, ended in a 3-and-out.
And started basically around the 20 the first time. So we'll have to see if they kind of change it up a little bit and if they can get any kind of blocking for a pass pattern or for the runner.
First quarters have been an issue for the Cougars this season. With that Ranger touchdown, they've been outscored in the opening quarter, 76-12. They have not scored a first quarter touchdown this season. Just 4 field goals for Canyon's offense in the opening quarters this year. Perez out of the pistol with 4 receivers. Some movement up front. Rangers jump back before the snap. There is flags coming in late, however, and we'll check the marker. False start coming up on Canyon.
Well, you saw one early, and then there was another one right before the snap. They're not efficient right now.
Signs of a 1-6 football team, Tony. You go 3 and out, your first possession, give up a touchdown on the opponent's first drive, and then you come back out and commit a penalty right away.
And you know, their head coach, Joe Muchagamba, that Ranger fans know well because he was here for so long. You kind of feel bad for him.
In his 3rd season now at Canyon, as Lamar comes in motion out of the backfield. Back to pass, Perez going to run now at the 20 to his left of the 25. Nice run into the second level and dives down head first to the 32-yard line. That's good for 12, but a good run by Perez. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 3.
And really good blocking that time as they sealed from the right side. The center, Stipich, got a nice seal block on one of the tackles, and then Hopkins and Bustos on the right side kind of cleaned everything up for him to get going on the right half.
Perez is Canyon's 2nd leading rusher this season behind only Isaac Lamar. 2nd down and 3. 4 wide again for Perez. On the keeper again. Zone replay, not much room that time to the 33 for a yard. A gang of tacklers are there for the Rangers. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
What was most impressive, though, is the hit that Alex Flores put on Lamar.
Yeah.
Even without the ball, he got popped pretty hard. He's not going to want to be a guy who doesn't. He's going to want the ball if he's going to get punished like that.
Halfway through the first quarter, 7-0 Rangers. Canyon's 2nd possession faced with 3rd down and 2 at their own 33. 2 receivers either way for Perez. Motion out of the slot. And again, the keeper for Perez. And again, he's going nowhere. Brendan Arnold shot right through and stuck him at the 33-yard line. No gain, brings up 4th down.
And you know who was there with him was Josh Hansen, the strong safety. And you try to figure out what's the strong safety doing up next to a defensive tackle, but they're pushing everybody up front, and they're really seeing no threat of a passing game.
Exactly. So here's Munchow out to punt. Actually a very, very good kicker, both punter and place kicker. Munchow has a shot to play the next level. Away to the zone 19. Flag is in. End over end punt, nowhere near Woodard. Takes a Ranger bounce and picked up at the 44-yard line. We'll check the flag. Now, if this is against Smithson Valley, that's going to give Canyon a 1st down.
I believe it was on their offensive line again.
Coach Hill a few steps out to overhear the conversation between the officials.
23 yards on the punt, no return.
Body language, I think, says it's against Canyon.
Yeah, I believe what they'll do is they'll add it on to the end of the possession, which means the 5 yards or whatever it is will be tacked on from where the ball is spotted.
Which would give the Rangers a football right around midfield. There you have it.
Procedure penalty.
Procedure flag against Canyon. That penalty, though, is declined, so I guess not one of those you can tack on to the end of the punt. So the Rangers start at their own 44, leading 7-0, 4:57 to go first quarter.
Even though the center official decided he was going to walk 5 yards anyway, and then the referee told him, no, he can't do that. So they got it figured out.
It only took the Rangers 58 yards to score their first touchdown, needing 56 here to score their second. Out of the pistol, Atkinson 1st down with 3 receivers, 2 to his right. Play fake, a screen for Dillon, makes a catch, makes a man miss the 45-yard line. Cutting back inside and down to the Canyon 44 on a gain of 12 yards, 1st down.
So we've seen 3 different receivers catch passes already in the first less than 8 minutes of the quarter, and everybody seems to be getting open and then making a play after that.
Dillon coming off a 6-catch career-high 140-yard effort and a touchdown in the win over Clemens last week. Lines up at the bottom here, 2 receivers up top for Atkins from the Canyon 44. Takes a pistol snap, Play fake again, pass near side, caught again by Dillon again, and again makes a man miss. Inside the 35 and down to the Canyon 33 for 11 more. First down, Rangers.
Telling you what, the cornerback, Slupski, has had some issues with Josh Dillon, and
really has.
He can't tackle him in the open field.
We are under 4.5 to go in the first quarter. Smithson Valley marching again, leading 7-0. Atkins works with 3 receivers on first down. Takes a shotgun snap. 4-man rush. Pass over the middle on the post, just beyond the reach of Martinez at around the 7. Beat the coverage by Fabian Facundo, and it brings up 2nd and 10.
Atkins did a great job of stepping up in the pocket and giving himself another second or two to get rid of that ball, and then he just led Martinez just by a little bit, and just one of those things we saw earlier this year where he wasn't quite as crisp. That one, I think he missed a chance to have another big play.
2nd down, 10 to go, the Canyon 33. Atkins out of the pistol. Lone receiver flanked to his right. Takes a snap, keeps it himself, putting his head down and barrels over the defender, who does make the tackle at the 30-yard line. Zach Van Steel on the stop. Gain of 5, 3rd and 5 coming up.
Again, quarterback runs, part of the, seems game plan, if you will, that they want to attack early. Again, Nick Aiken, the starting tailback today, hasn't had a touch yet.
Only a sophomore, had 18 carries last week in the win over the Buffaloes. 3rd down, they're going to mark it, 6 to go. You see Aiken now lined up on the slot to the left of Atkins with an empty backfield. Canyon showing blitz. Here it comes. Pass near side, caught by Dillon. And Dillon makes a man miss, and he's going to walk in for the touchdown. Made 2 defenders miss in space. Dillon scores, and the Rangers have a 13-0 lead.
After Slupski, the corner covering him, missed, then you had the safety, Fansteel, and a linebacker, Davis, both come up and have him between them, and they both whiffed.
Well, Smithson Valley's offense picking up where it left off from a week ago. They did not punt the ball one time against the Buffaloes last week or turn the ball over. And the PAT is good off the foot of Reed. 3:24 to go, first quarter, all Rangers. Smithson Valley 14, Canyon nothing. Back with more on the Rangers Network in a moment.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Welcome back to Ranger Stadium on the Rangers Network. Breast Cancer Awareness Night here at Smithson Valley. A lot of paint can be seen in the stands here at Ranger Stadium. 14-0 Smithson Valley. 3:24 to go first quarter. Rangers, a 5-play, 56-yard drive in 1 minute and 33 seconds. The drive ending with a touchdown pass, Atkins to Dillon. Here's the kickoff from Reed, end over end kick. Fielded 4 yards deep, but again, a knee is taken by Clayton Steele. So Josh Atkins, over the past 2+ ball games now, we're approaching about 9 quarters during this span, a touchdown interception ratio of 11-0.
He's efficient, and really, I think we've talked about this is his senior year. Has early signed to go play in college. He just wasn't sharp early in the year, and you kind of wondered why. Well, now we've seen him sharp again.
So the third series of the night for Canyon's offense here, Xavier Perez, the quarterback. The pass is flat, blown up. Well, the Rangers read that perfectly. Zuber on the tackle of Isaac Lamar, a loss all the way back to the 18-yard line of 7 yards, going to bring up 2nd down and 17.
You know, one of the things about football that you understand real well when you play, if nobody blocks me, I can go make plays, and there are too many guys in blue uniforms that aren't being blocked.
Well, right now it looks like the Rangers, got Canyon's playbook somehow, just reading everything. 2nd down, 17 for the 18-yard line for Perez. Lamar motions back into the backfield, fake to him. Perez hit as he throws. The ball falls incomplete. Looking at the near side of the field for Jacob Becca, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 17.
You mentioned about the playbook. On 1st down, it was pretty obvious they were going to go right. Well, the Smithson Valley defense had everybody on their left-hand side. That time it was more of a question, so Smithson Valley was more balanced. But there's clearly they're not doing anything that's confused the Rangers and the Ranger defensive coaches.
The Cougars 0 for 2 on 3rd down tonight, facing 3rd and 17 at their own 18-yard line. The game has been all Rangers so far. Empty backfield for Perez. Lamar motions back into the backfield, takes a pitch, and that's not going to do the job.
Wow.
He's wrapped up at around the 17, lost a yard. About 6 defenders were there. Again, the Rangers are seeing everything right now, and Canyon again goes 3 and out.
There was no one on the second level, the linebackers or safeties, that had anyone near them to block.
So out to punt the ball again is Munchow. And again, the Rangers looking at having great field position. 3rd 3 and out for Canyon in as many possessions. Munchow gets the kick away. Wobbling punt, Woodard from his own 49. Making defenders miss, running left to the 30. One man to beat the kicker, Munchow. 20, 15, evades him easily and walks in for the Rangers' 3rd touchdown tonight. And for Trevon Merrick Woodard, his 3rd punt return touchdown this season.
We've talked for several weeks now of how special he is, and that just shows you again. He hasn't had a chance to really see freedom on a punt return in a couple of weeks. That time, he just went straight up the middle and made maybe 2 guys miss him, and then the punter, whose effort was valiant at the end, had no chance, and Trayvon is just a special player.
Here's the PAT. The kick is up. It is good. 21-0 Smithson Valley. Minute 50 to go. First quarter, so all 3 phases now. The Rangers have been dominant. The defense has forced 3 3-and-outs. The offense, 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Special teams, a touchdown. And, boy, Tony, you couldn't really paint a better scenario for Smithson Valley or more of a nightmare for Canyon less than 10 minutes into the game.
We talked about getting off to a quick start offensively and putting some points up early and maybe squashing any hopes Canyon had. They're squashed.
A shade over, actually, 10 minutes into the game. Minute 50 left of the first quarter, 21-0 Rangers in front. And again, these first quarters continue to be disastrous for Canyon. Outscored now 90-12 this season. And I got news for you. Smithson Valley's second quarters have been dominant. They've outscored their opponents in the second quarter this season, 83-7. This may not get better before it gets worse if you're Canyon. I think I said that right. Did I say that right, Tony?
You did.
Okay.
Yes, you did.
Here's Reed out for the kickoff. An end over end kick. Steele with a returnable ball from the goal line across the 10 with a head of steam across the 20. And finally wrapped up with the 24 on the stop for the Rangers, Connor Donovan. 1st and 10, Canyon coming up looking for something in this game, offense, defense, anything to provide a spark.
And let me just give a shout out. Connor Donovan and Wesley Cornelius are 2 seniors who've played special teams now for a couple of years. They're in on almost every special teams kickoff return tackle I've seen in, what are we, this is week 8 or not, week 9.
This is the 7th game of the season now.
Yeah, I mean, this is remarkable. Those 2 young men are always in on the tackle.
Perez out of the pistol and first down into zone 25. Motion coming out of the slot. Snap to Perez. A long handoff to Lamar behind left guard. Charges up to the 29 on a gain of 4 yards. 2nd down and 7.
Actually, some decent blocking that time by their offensive line as backup Austin Sweezy at the right guard spot. And, again, Stipich, the center, gave him a little bit of room to at least get his feet moving, and that results in a couple of yards, 4 yards actually.
Final minute 15 of the first quarter. Canyon faced with 2nd down and 6 at its own 29, trailing 21-0. Out of the shotgun, Perez takes a snap. There was movement, no flag. And Perez with a nice first down gain across the 35. Darts up to the 38-yard line to move the sticks for Canyon's first down.
And that time Perez just said, I'm going to make some move, and he took Josh Hansen on head on. Josh made the tackle by wrapping up his legs, but he put a hurt on Josh a little bit by lowering his shoulder. I think they've been yelled at enough already in this first quarter that they've decided they better go out and hit somebody.
And maybe the most important thing there, Tony, Canyon picking up a first down, that means an extra few minutes of rest for the Canyon defense.
No doubt.
First down to their own 39, the deepest the Cougars have been tonight. Perez now talking to his backs and receivers. Play clock down to 0, and there's the flag. Did Coach Muchagimba get the timeout in time? He did. That is his first, and Canyon has 2 left in the first half. Well, speaking of Coach Muchagimba, you heard Tony bring up his name earlier. 3rd season now at Canyon. Just 6-21, but remember, took over a very odd circumstance at Canyon where Matt Elliott, 2 weeks away from training camp before the start of the 2014 season, left the program. And so Canyon left scrambling. Coach Muchagimba takes over. Has had a tough time really building any momentum.
And it's funny because in Comal County, at least in the New Braunfels part of that, those 2 schools, New Braunfels has been the athletic program that has been lacking athletes for some time, the last 3, 4, 5 years. A good boys basketball program last year, but still nothing successful in football or basketball the last couple of years, where Canyon seemed to be getting the athletes and such. Well, all of a sudden, it's just like they've fallen off the map. There are no playmakers on this team that you see evidence of as they go through their offense and defensive sets.
The loss they suffered last week clinched their 3rd consecutive losing season. This program has not won a playoff game since 2005. First down to their own 39. Lamar shuffles back into the backfield. Play fake for Perez. Pass is caught. Outside the numbers at the 41-yard line is Becca. That's good for about 3. They'll give him the 42. 2nd and 7, and what was likely the final play of the first quarter.
Becca, the big tight end at 5'10", 225. That's his 11th reception of the year. So one of those guys catching passes we've seen, and that was just a nice play designed for a couple of yards.
12 minutes in the books. Smithson Valley dominating against Canyon. Through 1 quarter of play, your score, Smithson Valley 21, Canyon nothing. Back with more on the Rangers Network.
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then, the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne!
Welcome back to Ranger Stadium here on the Rangers Network. Brant Freeman, Tony Brubaker on this Friday night, approaching the end of October. As we approach the start of the second quarter, 21-0. Smithson Valley in front. Canyon opening up the second quarter with the football at their own 42-yard line, facing 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, Perez, a quarterback, working with an empty backfield. Back to throw. Hit as he throws. Screen pass, juggled a bit, but caught. And the receiver takes a hard hit to the 47-yard line, a gain of 5 yards. On the catch there for the Cougars was Logan Ammons. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 2 to go.
C.J. Keeler just put a lick on him right there at the end and laid him flat. A good job. Almost one of those that you'd think could have been a penalty called because they had downfield blockers, and I'm not sure the ball was caught behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd down, 2 to go. Canyon yet to convert on 3rd down tonight. Out of the shotgun, Perez takes a snap, keeps it himself. And he's got the 3rd down conversion inside of midfield. And down to the Ranger 47-yard line, 1st down Cougars. They're second on this drive.
Xavier Perez actually that time looked like he had some success because he made a move to make a couple of guys miss him as he picked up the 1st down.
About a minute gone by, second quarter. Rangers in front, 21-0. Cougars trying to get on the scoreboard. Offense averaging just 16 points per game. They have been shut out twice, both shutout losses coming in non-district play. Games against Round Rock, Cedar Ridge, and Madison. First down to the Ranger 47. Pistol snap back to Perez. Long handoff. Took a long time reading the defender there in the zone replay. Lamar the carry to the 46 for a yard, 2nd and 9.
Kind of wondered what happened there. Perez he didn't want to let go of the ball, even though it was clear that was going to be what needed to happen.
Just one win for the Cougars this season. That came in the district opener against Wagner, 29-13. A couple of close call zone district play. 7-point losses to Steele and New Braunfels. 2nd and 9 to the Ranger 46. Pistol snap back to Perez. Handoff Lamar. Gibbons is there along with Zuber. The two linebackers crash in to make the stop at the 45. Another yard there. 3rd down and 8.
Remember that New Braunfels, while it ended up 42-35, remember it was 42-13 or something in the second half when Canyon ran off some unchallenged points and actually made it much closer than the game was.
Yeah, there are some circumstances to those two 7-point losses.
Right.
The other one, Steele, of course, losing Xavier Martin early in the game made that a much different ball game. 3rd down and 8 to go, the Ranger 45. Empty backfield for Perez. Pump fake, throws deep middle, pass bobbled, incomplete, looking for Ammons. And a really good defensive play made to the back end by Hanson, the free safety, to knock it away, and brings up 4th down.
Some real confusion in the secondary. You saw Hanson run over from midfield and take that receiver himself and chase someone else away, and he almost didn't recover in time.
A better thrown ball. It could be a touchdown.
Correct.
Here's bunch shot of punt. A low snap. Gets the punt away. High wobbling punt. Woodard, the fair catch, is nearly off his hands. Be able to gather it in around the 20-yard line. That's good for a 25-yard punt with no return. Smithson Valley's offense, 2 possessions so far tonight, 2 touchdown drives. This is still the deepest, or the furthest back, rather, they have started this evening at their own 20-yard line.
Good job by Woodard that time to fair catch it. I'm still marveled that guys can run by guys catching punts as close as he got run by that time, and you don't know what they're saying or anything like that, but he was obviously distracted.
First down at their own 20-yard line, 9:17 left, second quarter. Rangers leading 21-0. Aiken with the carry. Haven't called his name a lot tonight, and is wrapped up at around the 22-yard line by Nerby. They'll give him 3 to the 23-yard line, 2nd and 7.
I think that was his first carry tonight, and yet it's interesting to see what he's done this season, coming off the bench basically to make some runs that, again, just being determined.
2nd down, 7 at their own 23. Atkins nearly got the Cougars to jump offside. And now looking back to the sideline for the signals. One receiver either way for the senior quarterback. Backpedals to throw. Atkins pressured by Nerby and is unable to escape his grasp. Nerby the sack all the way back at the 10-yard line. That's his 2nd sack this season for defense, with only 3 sacks all year. And now the Rangers face with 3rd down and 20.
I think Josh underestimated the talent level of Mr. Nerby. I think he thought at the last second, I'll just spin off of this, and Nerby did a good job of hanging on.
And now Canyon with a stop here, chance to get good field position for its offense. 3rd and 20, Rangers at their own 10. Atkins back to throw. 4-man rush. Airs out a deep ball to the near side over the reach of Dillon. Really good coverage downfield from Steele. And Smithson Valley's offense goes 3 and out.
Probably the best coverage we've seen of either team that time. Steele really had inside leverage on him, and as much as Josh tried to get his inside arm to kind of get some separation, there was no separation available. And I don't think that Atkins made a bad pass there. Just Josh couldn't clear to get to it.
Steele is arguably Canyon's best defensive playmaker. 2 interceptions this season. Out to punt, Hilston inside of his own end zone. With, by the way, Steele back to return for the Cougars. Here's the snap and the punt off the foot of Hilston, end over end. Steele with a fair catch at around the 41-yard line. A 31-yard punt, no return. And Canyon a chance to climb back in this, down 21-0 at the Ranger 41-yard line, 7:51 left, second quarter. You know, we talked earlier about the streak the Rangers have in this series. They've won 13 in a row over Canyon. But last year's game, a 33-14 Ranger win, was very competitive. It was a tie game, 14-all, late in the second quarter until the Rangers got a touchdown with 13 seconds to play. And it was just a 7-point game going into the fourth quarter before the Rangers pulled away. First out of the Smithson Valley 41, snap back to Perez, handoff to the near side. Ammons gang tackled at the near numbers at the 40-yard line. That's good for a yard. Second down and 9 on the tackle. Rios and Pierce for the Rangers.
A gain of a yard on the play. And a quarterback for the Cougars, number 5.
They're starting to you're starting to see their offense have some success. Maybe not a lot of yards, but all of a sudden their blockers are doing a much better job of helping the defense not have an open chance to make a tackle.
Second down, 9 to go at the Ranger 40. 3 receivers for the new quarterback into the game. Running right, Lamar breaking tackles, and Lamar finally swallowed up at the 38 for 2. Third down and 7. C.J. Martinez in a quarterback right now for Canyon. Martinez started the game against Steele last week and played the entire first quarter, but then Perez came in to relieve him to play the final 36 minutes. So Coach Muchagimba shuffling the cards here a bit.
And just a different look. I mean, you're down 21-0. Your offense really hasn't had many first downs, and maybe just trying to create a new batch of energy.
So Martinez operates at the Ranger 38, faced with third down and 7. 3 wide for Martinez. Back to throw. The senior quarterback is pressured, and he is sacked. Back at the 44-yard line. Rangers crash in to make the play. Multiple hats. And on the tackle, we see Zuber and Fullen coming out of the pile. Brings up fourth down.
Quarterback sacks are all a little bit different. A lot of times they get hit hard and taken down. That time Martinez kind of got smashed, and as he's going down, he's got one guy from back pulling him and one guy in the front pulling him, and it's like he was going to be separated there because he very fortunate not to lose the ball.
Don't want to trade places with him.
Not.
Muncho out to punt. Here comes the rush. Rangers nearly got there. Rios on the rush, and the fair catch made by Woodard at the 10-yard line. A 34-yard punt, no return. And we are past the halfway point of the second quarter. 21-0 Rangers in front. By the way, Smithson Valley still has not given up a second quarter point since the first game of the season at Austin Anderson.
Good chance here for the offense to come out and put together a time-consuming drive. 5.5 minutes wouldn't be enough. To go 90 yards wouldn't be a bad thought of me to take up that much time to go 90 yards and just get back in sync.
And don't forget, the Rangers get the football to open the second half. On first down, here's a handoff to Dillon trying to find space. None is there. The Cougars close off the gap, and there again is Steele on a play. Back at the 6, it's a loss of 5 yards, second down and 15.
Something there, we talked about Canyon not blocking very well. That time he got out to the edge, and there were nobody to put a hat on a hat.
Not a great start of the second quarter for the Rangers offense so far. Second down, 15, their own at 6. And the Rangers taking some time bringing in the play. A trips formation to the bottom here for Adkins, one receiver to the top. 4-man rush Canyon. Adkins keeps to the 10, to the 15. And the ball is fumbled. And the Cougars got it at the Smithson Valley 22-yard line. The turnover for the Rangers, just their second in the past 4 ball games. And Canyon starting near the Ranger red zone.
Josh trying to do a little bit more than probably he should have there. Still a chance for, it's not third down. You got to just live for another play and make a play. The feeling we've had in the press box here for the last several minutes is this game is pretty much out of question. There's not much doubt into it. A different scenario, and you might fear Canyon a little bit more here to put a challenge into him. Yet a touchdown still leaves them 2 touchdowns behind.
Martinez still in a quarterback for Canyon. With 4 wide and first down, keeps it himself, breaks a tackle in the backfield, and then stood up and slammed down to the 20-yard line. Forward progress marked to an end there after a gain of 2, 2nd and 8.
Josh Hansen in there again. Down. I mean, Josh Hansen has been all over the place these last several games, as well as several members of the defense. But the senior free safety just seems to be always around the ball.
4:30 left, second quarter. Rangers leading 21-0. Canyon at the Ranger 20-yard line. Martinez out of the pistol. Motion out of the slot for the Cougars from left to right. That's Becca. And Martinez fumbled on that zone read play. Got us a football back in and is drilled by Pierce at the 16-yard line. He gains 4, but pays for it. 3rd down and 4 coming up.
Nice job by Martinez, I think, to get through what was a possible negative and make something good, because he kept his eyes up and found a hole that he could get into and get some yards. Pierce, obviously, though, said no more.
Tony, is this 4-down territory for Canyon?
I don't think there's any doubt. You're down by 3 touchdowns, and it's to the end of the first half. You've got to make something good happen.
3rd down, 4 to go. The Rangers 16. Shotgun snap back to Martinez. Calls his own number and probably shouldn't have done that. Stop for a loss back at the 19-yard line. Alex Flores blasted right through the offensive line to make the stop, and it brings up 4th down.
They're going to kick a field. They've kicked 8 field goals this year.
And he has not missed. Munchau 8 for 8 this season. This will be a 36-yard attempt between the hashes.
No real wind to speak of.
36-yard attempt.
His holder is Facundo. To put the Cougars on the board. Here's the kick by Munchau. The kick is up, and it is good, and Canyon is on the board. And how about Reeves Munchau, 9 for 9, kicking field goals this season. 2:54 left, first half. Smithson Valley 21, Canyon 3. Back with more on the Rangers Network.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's. Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Whataburger, Peppa Thomas with Remax, Max's Roadhouse, Ashley Small Engine Sales and Service, Texas Roadhouse, and Sunbelt Rentals.
Welcome back to Ranger Stadium. 2:54 left in the first half. Smithson Valley in front 21-3 here on the Rangers Network. Canyon cashes in on the Smithson Valley turnover. It was a 36-yard field goal for Reeves Munchau after a 2-minute and 4-second possession for the Cougars. 3-play drive for Canyon, and now on the board. And now Munchau out to kick off deep to the Rangers.
You know you're struggling when you get the ball deep into your opponent's territory and you can only get 3 yards on 3 plays.
Woodard back deep for the Rangers to see if the Cougars give him a shot. They won't. Short kickoff, fielded at around the 27. Pierce 35-40 down the near side. He's going to take it all the way. Cutting back inside to the 30. Make a Dillon on the return, still moving, and finally dragged down to the 29-yard line. Josh Dillon with an impressive return for the Rangers on the short kickoff as Smithson Valley starts inside the Canyon 30-yard line.
Let me just say, great return. However, once he got deep, I think he thought that the grass would be greener on the other side of the field. And there were too many white uniforms chasing from behind. And great return to get up the field as quickly as he did, and just probably should have stayed on the sideline and probably would have got another 10 or 15 yards out of it.
So Atkins works now at the Canyon 29-yard line. Last 2 Ranger possessions, a 3-and-out and a turnover. On first down, big hole, gaping hole for Aiken, and darts up to the 20-yard line for a 9-yard gash. 2nd down and 1.
We've talked about the sophomore, 24 carries, 65 yards coming into the game, 2.7 a carry. His long so far this year has been about 9 yards. This one looks like it's 8 officially, so he really needs some more 7, 8, 9-yard runs.
2nd down, 2 from the Canyon 21. Snap to Atkins, handoff to Aiken again. Into traffic and muscles for the first down to the 16-yard line, gain of 5. As we approach 2 minutes to go in the half, and the Rangers in front by 18.
He's 5'8" and 150. The sophomore still seems to have been at least used in scenarios where he gets tough yards, and he seems to be able to do that and getting the first down there.
It appears Smithson Valley, without the services of Indiana Hawes this evening, had a career-high 98 yards rushing against Clemens last week on 13 carries. Final minute, 45 of the half. 1st and 10 for the Canyon 16. Snap to Atkins, play fake, and a bootleg. Rolls right. Atkins being pursued from behind and able to work his way to the 11 for 5 yards before he's dropped. 2nd down and 5 coming up.
Right tackle Andrew Antonelli there was dangerously close to getting a holding call as he tried to hold the defender that was going after Josh on the play fake, and then he followed him all the way down the field to protect him, and I give him a lot of credit for not giving up.
We should note the Rangers do have all 3 of their timeouts remaining. They do not have to be in a hurry here as we hit the minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 2nd and 5 for the Canyon 11. Out of the pistol, Atkins takes a snap. Handoff, running left, inside the 10, inside the 5. Dillon down to the 4-yard line, 1st and goal.
Josh Dillon is still one of the better runners on those jet sweeps because he seems to be able to find the right spot to turn it up the field and get good yardage.
He had a rushing touchdown last week at Linoff Stadium. Smithson Valley using some time here, making sure Canyon doesn't get a chance for the football before the end of the first half. 35 seconds to go with all 3 timeouts remaining. 1st and goal from the 4. Snap to Atkins up the left side, and Atkins again walks in untouched. 2nd rushing touchdown tonight. Rangers have a 27-3 lead.
It's remarkable how open it is and how the offensive line just seems to continue to open up holes for Josh to run on those quarterback draws, if you will, and get good yardage.
Out for the PAT is Reed to make it a 28-3 game. The kick is up by Reed. It is good. It is a 28-3 Ranger lead now with 27 seconds to go in the first half. By the way, a note on Canyon's field goal earlier in the quarter, something Tony pointed out during our commercial break. His 9th made field goal this season. That's good. What's not good, Tony, is that he has the same amount of extra points. Canyon's not getting enough 7, settling for far too many 3s.
In your 8th game to only have 9 extra points is not a good sign.
5 plays, 30 yards on the drive, set up by the great return by Josh Dillon. 2 minutes and 13 seconds off the 2nd quarter clock for the Rangers. It was a Josh Atkins 4-yard touchdown run. It came with 27 seconds to go in the half. It gave the Rangers their 27th point, and that was Josh Atkins' 27th career rushing touchdown.
He will leave at the end of this season with a lot of good career numbers.
By the way, the yardage disparity in this game, Smithson Valley 156 to Canyon's 40. And remember, one of the Ranger touchdowns came on special teams. A punt return score by Trevon Merrick-Woodard. Out to kick off for the Rangers, Scott Welch. Steele awaits back deep. It is a squib kick, however, high hop in the air. And picked up on the run by Steele, and he fumbles the football. Jumped on by Cougar, though, as they catch a break at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Catch a break as Ammons falls on it, but with 23 seconds to go, you don't expect much out of them. If Smithson Valley happens to land on it at the 25-yard line, that'd be another 3 or 4 plays to get it in the end zone and really make this one an ugly score at halftime.
The Cougars have 2 timeouts left, but with a lot of yardage to navigate, I'd imagine it'll be a running play here at the end of the first half at Ranger Stadium. Martinez, a quarterback. It is a running play up the middle and not much room there for Lamar. Don't see either coach calling for a timeout, and that likely was the final play of the first half.
Number 99, Brandon Arnold, tackler.
And it was. 24 minutes down, 24 minutes to go. Smithson Valley is 24 minutes away from his 4th consecutive win. Your score at the half, Smithson Valley 28, Canyon 3. Halftime coverage coming up on the Rangers Network in just a moment.
Let's go take a look.
Boy, it doesn't get any better than this. Ain't that the truth? I'm glad we got a chance to do this with you being so busy with football.
Yeah, and you don't have any free time working on all those people's smiles.
Hey, what do y'all think y'all are doing? You got kids to coach and we have smiles to make.
Get your guns up. Do you know exactly what qualifies it to be a marsupial? We have a whole new group of seniors this year, but some things always stay the same. Get your phones out, text your mama hi, and tell her you love her. On the field, they're all business, but in here, it's all fun and games. Coach Hill's gonna be pretty impressed. Nick, when does that noise come in handy?
Hello from the other side.
Ooh. Can you imitate Coach Shin for me? Are you NASCAR material? After I get done watching my Minecraft videos, draw me a picture of Coach Hill. Watch Senior Moments with Emily every week on Inside Rangers Football.
Am I gonna have to do laps after that, Coach?
This November, vote for a man who knows how to be an American in America for Americans. Vote for Coach Hill for President of the United States. He's not afraid of anything.
And then the ninjas come out of the forest.
Ninjas?
Who wouldn't vote for a president who had ninjas in their video?
But I don't want to be the president.
But you're from Texas, Coach, and that makes you a shoo-in. I'll make sure to put that in the video.
But it doesn't matter, because I don't want...
I know! We should get John Wayne to be in your video.
John Wayne?
I can hear it now. The new president of the United States of America is...
Whoa. I just have to say that if I was president, I couldn't coach football anymore.
Well then, I'm officially resigning as your campaign manager and vice president.
Okay then.
Coach, how tall do you think you have to be to run for president?
This political ad was paid for by Wick Productions. Watching a video is just better than reading stuff.
We're cooking dinner here at Whataburger. Doesn't that sound good?
We can cater to everybody's needs, whether you want a burger, whether you want chicken.
I love the salad because it has fruit, vegetables.
I ordered the triple meat with cheese.
Double meat with double cheese. I'm a meat eater.
Whataburger for dinner.
It's a time where all the family can get together, everybody's off of work, everybody's out of school.
Dinner's special for me and my family because it's the one meal out of the day that we get to spend together.
I love seeing happy faces at Whataburger, and I would love to cook you dinner.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck from Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it off now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born.
Tonight's broadcast on Rangers Network is brought to you by Security Bank, Ferris Orthodontics, GVTC, Wick Productions, HEB, Rangers Network, Chicken Express, Pizza Hut, Red McCombs Ford, and Smoky Moe's.
Back on the Rangers Network for halftime coverage. Smithson Valley in front comfortably at the break, 28-3 over the Canyon Cougars. Brent Freeman with Tony Brubaker on this Friday night. The regular season is winding down. Just 2 games left after tonight. Smithson Valley back home next week to host Judson. Close out the regular season on the road against New Braunfels. If this score holds up, Smithson Valley won't be on the brink of earning a playoff berth. Tony, look back at the first half. Smithson Valley, all 3 phases, so impressive. There was the one hiccup with the turnover at their own 20-yard line leading to Canyon's lone score in the second quarter, but beyond that, all Smithson Valley.
It's just been efficiency. We've talked about it continually, that the passing game has been sharp. They've run the ball enough, not a lot of rushing yards, but that's because passing routes have been so wide open.
Mm-hmm. You look at some of the first half numbers, by the way. Looking at third downs, Canyon 1 of 7, Smithson Valley 3 of 3. Rushing yardage, Smithson Valley 61 yards to Canyon's 40. Passing yardage, the Rangers had 95 yards passing to Canyon's 1. Total yards in the first half, 156 for the Rangers, 41 for the Cougars. You look at some of the rushing leaders for the Rangers in that first half, and it was a big first half for Josh Atkins, 8 carries, 42 yards, and a couple of touchdowns.
And we talked about it because I think in the second half of the Clemens game a week ago, we noticed he was finding a different set of runs, following the key blockers, following his running back through the hole a couple of times. All of a sudden, I think they came into this game saying, let's set a tone with Josh running, because 8 carries for him in the first half, I think, is a lot.
Against Smithson Valley in front of the break, 28-3. A look at scores from elsewhere in the district here this evening. New Braunfels leading over Wagner 17-zip at the half. Steele on top of East Central 34-3. Tack on a touchdown, by the way, for Wagner. 17-7 is the Unicorn lead. And again, Steele over East Central 34-3. And right now, a 17-10 Clemens lead over Judson there in Converse. The Buffaloes looking to bounce back after the loss to the Rangers last week.
And to me, that's really surprising. We were hoping they play well against Judson, just for all the scenarios that point for better for Smithson Valley out of that. But a week ago, Clemson's offense was non-existent after the first 7 minutes of the first quarter. And I'm real surprised to see them having that much success against the Rockets.
You look at the district race right now. Steele alone in first place with a 27-6A record of 4-0, but 3 teams tied for second coming into the night. Judson, Smithson Valley, and Clemens, all 3-1. New Braunfels really the only team on the outside looking in with a chance. Unicorns are 2-2 in 27-6A play. Canyon 1-3. While Wagner and East Central both struggling, winless in district play so far. A lot of work to do. They're both 0-4 so far in district. So this is a 5-team race for 4 spots.
And you look at what New Braunfels, they'll win tonight. They'll be 3-2. The loser of Clemens and Judson will be 3-2. Let's say Clemens beats Judson. Judson still has the Rangers
next week. Yep.
So the Rangers get them. They're 3-3. New Braunfels could be playing for a chance to go in the playoffs when they play Smithson Valley in the final week of the season.
Yeah, these last 2 weeks going to be something to watch in 27-6A play. Again, your score at the half, Smithson Valley 28, Canyon 3. Back with the live performance of the Ranger Marching Band on the Rangers Network. We're back in just a moment. Atkins throwing deep over the middle for Hauser. Makes a catch in stride at the 40. Slips a tackle at the 35-yard line. He is gone. Touchdown, Smithson Valley, 81 yards, and the Rangers have a 13-0 lead.
Smithson Valley Athletics coverage is about to evolve because we're doing it the Ranger way. Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on RangersNetwork.com. Go inside the fieldhouse at Rangers Stadium for unprecedented access with Rangers coaches and players all season long.
Turnover for Smithson
Watch
Valley.
every home and away game the day after, complete, and the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Game film breakdowns by Coach Hill and Brant Freeman. Senior moments with Emily. And learn the game the Smithson Valley way. And Ranger Radio is back. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. However, we are taking the term network to a whole new level. Our mission is to create a community network by joining Smithson Valley High School athletes, students, faculty, and families to local Spring Branch and Bulverde residents through rangersnetwork.com. This creates the most amazing marketing opportunity for local businesses that has never been available before. Right here, and right here, 24 hours a day on Rangers Network. Be a part of tradition, excellence, and success. Be a part of Rangers Network. Be a Ranger.
Thanks, Coach. Thanks, Brant. So I am here with Davis, Taylor, and Harrison. Boys, you know the routine. Get your phones out, text your mama hi, and tell her you love her. Taylor, if you were any kind of animal you wanted to be, what kind of animal would you be?
Probably a lion.
That's a good one. Why would you want to be a lion?
Because they just are awesome, and they are the kings of the jungle.
That's true. What do they do that makes them kings?
They're the top of the food chain.
I kind of think lions lay around and get the mama to do all the work, don't they?
I guess that could happen. I'm not quite sure, actually.
Harrison, why do people yell, heads up, if they actually are trying to get you to duck?
I guess if you're looking down to look up to see what's coming.
Good point. There you go.
Attaboy.
What happens if a frog's car breaks down?
No idea.
It gets towed away. Taylor, do you have any special talents?
I used to race BMX.
Okay, that's pretty interesting. Where did you race them?
This BMX track on Blanco Road.
Okay. Were you any good?
I ran a #1 plate in the nation for 1 year.
Well, that's pretty good, I'd say. Pretty cool. Harrison, I heard you were really mean at changing tires.
Yes, ma'am.
What does that look like? Have you ever timed yourself?
Yes.
And? Are you NASCAR material?
I think so.
All right. Football doesn't work out. NASCAR, here you come. Okay, boys, I have a challenge. Who can hold their breath the longest? And go. And the winner is...
Breathing through your nose, I bet.
Taylor. Good job, guys.
I almost coughed my lungs out.
Davis, if you had to guess how old Coach Hill is, what number would you say?
If I had to guess, I'd say 63. 63. 63. Is that even close?
Isn't he like 53?
I thought he was like 55. Is he like 55? Can we redo that so I don't get in trouble?
Thanks, guys. Good job. Back to you, Coach and Brant.
Go Rangers! Well, that's a nice little piece, Emily. And Davis Grotchett, we'll see you after practice today. You and I are going to have a little session.
I got an idea, Coach. So he's guessing 63, right?
That means 63 laps for Davis Grotchet out of practice. How about that?
On the low side. That would be on the low side.
Hey, what are you watching?
TV everywhere, man.
What, like a YouTube video?
No, actual TV. My cable service is GVTC. I can watch my favorite shows live right on my phone.
So what do you think about that, super behind the times technology guy?
Ha! Next, they'll come up with VHS recorders without VHS tapes.
GVTC already has it. It's called Whole Home DVR.
Radio without a radio?
GVTC cable already has dozens of music channels.
Movies? Without a theater?
Premium movie channels like HBO, Cinemax, Stars, the Movie Channel, and Showtime from GVTC.
I gotta get GVTC.
Then you won't be super behind the times technology guy anymore.
Call GVTC today and get hundreds of great entertainment channels, whole home DVR, and access to GVTC TV everywhere. GVTC, just plain smart.
It was a dark and spooky night. It was 3rd and 10, and the Rangers had the ball, when all of a sudden, they had a false start penalty.
What in the world are you all scared about? Coach Hill's just gonna call a play action pass, drop the linebackers, hit the receiver on a shallow post, strike up the band. Rangers, the best!
Join Coach Hill and Brant Freeman each week on Inside Rangers Football. Log on to RangersNetwork.com to never miss an episode.
The Rangers defense had their backs to the goal line. It seemed like all hope was lost.
Coach will blitz them and knock them out of field goal range.
Welcome back to Ranger Stadium. At the half, it is Smithson Valley 28, Canyon 3. At this point now, the halftime show, we turn things over to the Smithson Valley Marching Band.
First Lieutenant Sophia Druth, Major Haley Chamorro, Lieutenant Colonel Rachel Dearden, and Colonel Carolee Berger. The Silver Spurs are under the direction of Director Ashton Burchell. Spirit Girl of the Week is Brooke Berry. The Dancer of the Week is Emily Bonds. This evening, the Silver Spurs are performing a high kick routine to Accidentally in Love. The 2016-17 Silver Spur Social Board officers are President Matty Klaus, Vice President Allison Hayes, Chaplain Lauren West, Social Officer Maddie Mulder, and Caitlin Sinelli. Tonight, the Ranger Band will be performing their 2016 UIL show entitled Extreme Deception. Tonight's performance is in loving memory of Smithson Valley Band parents Michelle Rocha and Patrick Bottleberg. They will be deeply missed. please stand and show your support as the Smithson Valley Ranger Band performs the Ranger Fight Song. The Ranger Band directors are Matt Bainey, Dave Green, Jeff Yates, and Sam Woodfield. The Ranger Band section of the week is the trumpet section. We hope you enjoyed tonight's performance, and we would like to wish the Canyon Band good luck at the UIL Region 12 marching contest tomorrow. The voice of the Ranger Band is Robert Gordon.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since GVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting. When? Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat, too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Back on the Rangers Network, ready to start the second half of action. Smithson Valley in front here on this Friday night from Ranger Stadium, 28-3. Smithson Valley won the opening quarter 21-0 and added a late second quarter touchdown to take a 25-point lead.
Everybody up for the kickoff. Get your guns up high.
Smithson Valley, if you recall, won the toss, and the Rangers elected to defer to the second half, so they get the football to open the third quarter. Trevon Merrick-Woodard and Josh Dillon, the two returners, back deep for Smithson Valley. Munchausen to kick off. The third quarter underway. A deep kick this time. Woodard, 3 yards deep, takes it out to the 10, right to the 20. He's got blockers, 30-yard line, far side, with a head of steam inside of midfield. He's gone. 100 yards. Trevon Merrick-Woodard, touchdown, Smithson Valley.
102 yards on return. There is a flag on the play.
There is a penalty marker at the Canyon 27, and we'll check the marker.
It's 28-3 at halftime. Why would you kick him the ball?
No idea.
I don't understand. I mean, we watched, I was out here in the hallway behind our booth as the Canyon coaches came back into the press box, and they were not happy, obviously. Mm-hmm. They're very disappointed with what's happened, but I'm blown away that they would kick to him.
The Ranger coaches, some of them put their arms up, looking to make sure the touchdown will hold. This would be the Rangers' second return touchdown tonight. Personal foul against Smithson Valley. But I think this penalty will be assessed after the return, and that is the case. So the touchdown does hold. On for the PAT, Mason Reed. And for Trevon Merrick-Woodard, that is the fourth career kickoff return touchdown in his Smithson Valley playing days. PAT is good for Reed, and the score now 35-3, Smithson Valley.
It's high school, so is it a 103-yard return or just a 100-yard return?
That's a great question because he did field it 3 yards deep.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see what they give him, because that was remarkable, and you saw 3 or 4 really good blocks on the return. The first one right at the point of contact as he broke, that was Bobby Palaman, a backup linebacker who held off a defender right at the start, and then a couple down the field, and I didn't catch all the numbers, but I'm certain things in football blow you away of why would they do that, and why would you kick it to him again? You have Josh Dillon over here, and you have him over there, and they clearly kicked to him. I don't understand.
I'm at the point now, if you're the opposing team, kick the ball out of bounds. Just give the Rangers the ball at the 35-yard line and be done with it.
And I don't know, maybe he's trying to kick it into the end zone because it was into the end zone. Maybe he was going to have a chance to put it out of play.
Reed's ensuing kickoff, a bit short. Steal from the 20. Across the 30, tripped up short of his own 40-yard line by Pierce. At around the 39, 1st and 10 Canyon coming up. 17 seconds gone by, third quarter, and the Rangers have a 35-3 lead.
And even with the big lead, most of the starters back on the field defensively for the Rangers here at the initial Canyon drive of the second half.
By the way, that's now 7 career return touchdowns for Woodard in special teams play, 4 of them coming this season. First down for Martinez, the quarterback. Did not start the game. Starts the second half with a pass nearly picked off. And by the way, back in at quarterback, I should say, is Perez. That ball going in and out of the hands of Pierce. 2nd down and 10. Mason Pierce just missed out on his 5th interception of the season.
Woodard also has 2 pick sixes from last year. So he's just a touchdown machine.
Nobody throws to him anymore. Nobody. 2nd and 10. Empty backfield for Perez. From his own 39. Cougars down 35-3. Option play. Lamar on the pitch, runs outside of the 45. Nice run. Forced out by Hansen inside of midfield of the Ranger 47. First down on a gain of 13.
Pure assignment football when you run an option like they did there, and the Rangers didn't match up well.
I believe that's the first option play we've seen tonight from Canyon.
I think we had one in the first half when they were deep in their own territory, and it didn't work well for them. This one obviously did.
Easy to forget, I guess.
Yes.
1st and 10 to the Ranger 47 for Perez. Lamar motions out of the backfield on first down. 4-man rush for the Rangers. Perez with a pump fake, pass to the far side, incomplete. Looking for Lamar. Rios was right there. The safety over the top to provide coverage. 2nd and 10.
It's kind of like it looked like they were trying to fake a little bubble screen out there as Lamar had gone out there earlier and blocked on that. This time they send someone up the field and just can't make connection. And part of it is I think their passing ability is not very good.
Again, coming in, Canyon averaging less than 100 yards through the air per game. Did have 145 yards passing last week against Steele. 2nd and 10 for the Ranger 47. Motion from Ammons, the keeper for Perez, into traffic and is buried by Gibbons and Hansen at the 43. Gain of 4 yards will bring up 3rd down and 6.
You talked early in the game like 3rd and long is not something that favors them very well, and yet that's what they constantly find themselves in because of a lack of success on 1st and 2nd down.
1 for 7 on 3rd down tonight is Canyon. 3rd down and 6 of the Ranger 43. Ammons comes in motion. They're going to hand it off to him. Has a couple of blockers, but not enough of them. As he's tripped up with a 42. Gain of a yard brings up 4th down.
Deaton, the former running back, in on the play, and talked about him breaking into the starting lineup at that strong side linebacker spot. And again, this is a young man that just several games ago was running the football for the Rangers.
So the Cougars, a promising drive, ends there on 3rd down. Out comes Munchow to punt with guess who back to return. Trevon Merrick Woodard. Here's the rush by the Rangers. Nice punt by Munchow. And Woodard makes a fair catch at his belt at around the 11-yard line. 31-yard punt, no return. 2 minutes gone by, third quarter. Rangers in front comfortably, 35-3. And Tony, you know, chronicling Trevon Merrick-Woodard, we talked about his returns this season, dating back to last year as well. He's going to make somebody's college football team really good in years to come.
I think he will indeed. It's funny, with what's happened tonight, we haven't seen him on offense.
First down for Atkins at his own 11-yard line. On the handoff to Dillon, has a block downfield across the 15, across the 20. It was a really nice block as Dillon is sandwiched out of bounds at the 26-yard line. Downfield block provided by McNair. Gain of 15 yards, first down.
You said it right. Good downfield blocking, and Dillon seems to get to the corner as quick as anyone, and when he gets downfield blocks, he's got some room to go.
First and 10 of their own 27, 9:50 to go. Third quarter, Rangers in front, 35-3. Play fake for Atkins, will keep it up the middle, slices up to the Ranger 34. That's good for 7 yards and first down. Going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Good work by the offensive line again as they're just finding running lanes for either Atkins or now it's McNair in at tailback or Aiken earlier. They've just got space to run and get up ahead of steam.
2nd and 3 of their own 34. Atkins operates with 3 receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom. We'll hand it off. Aiken protecting the football, checking McNair. And able to lunge ahead to the 36 for a couple of yards. Going to bring up 3rd down and 1.
Junior linebacker Martin Davis was the one who came in and pushed McNair back in. Good hat-on-hat blocking on the offensive line. Just the linebacker found a gap and turned him inside. Didn't make the tackle, but forced him into more pursuit.
3rd and 1, Atkins out of the pistol. And here, Tony, good situational offense for Smithson Valley. A chance to work on some things now, this being a 3rd and short scenario. On 3rd down, Atkins to throw, has protection, and then flicks a pass to McNair for the first down. Up to about the 43-yard line, moves the chains, and there Tony McNair, check down, provides enough for the first down.
Just his 2nd catch of the year, but yet right there as Atkins had several options to look for, and none of them were open. Good poise by the senior quarterback that time to check it down and get a first down. As we talked about keeping that clock moving, you need completed passes to do that if you're going to throw.
Atkins so far tonight, a touchdown pass, 2 touchdown runs. First down from his own 43. Pump fake. Atkins blindside pressure and is sacked by Nerby. His 2nd sack tonight. Nerby got by Antonelli, the Rangers' right tackle. Atkins didn't see him coming. It's going to bring up 2nd and 15.
2nd and 15 from the 38.
Second play in a row where Josh Atkins has had trouble finding an open receiver, and that's not something we talked about very much last week, or even in the first half.
2nd and 15, Rangers the football at their own 38-yard line. And Coach Hill will call for time. That's the Rangers' first of the second half. They have 2 remaining, 7:44 remaining in the third quarter. Smithson Valley in front, 35-3. Looking ahead to next week, the Rangers here again at Ranger Stadium, their final home game of the regular season. And Tony, it's a good one. The Judson Rockets coming here to Spring Branch.
Be interesting to see as we follow Clemens and Judson playing tonight, what that score looks like, because again, there's nothing bigger than what we see with Clemens and Judson and Smithson Valley and New Braunfels all in a mix there for, 4 teams for 3 spots, and who's going to get to where soon.
Last update we got, Clemens on top of Judson, 17-10 in the third quarter there from Converse. And the Rangers' final game of the regular season takes them to nearby New Braunfels High School 2 weeks from tonight. 2nd down, 15 Rangers at their own 38-yard line. By the way, New Braunfels might have a lot to play for that game. Atkins pump fake, pressured again, and again goes down, and again it is number 81, Nerby, on the sack. His second, make it third tonight now. Going to bring up third down and long.
And again, I'd have to say that's the third time we've seen him, or the second in a row, seen him sacked on a coverage sack. I mean, he's got no one open down the field. Josh is looking and moving and sliding from here to there to find a spot to take more time, and there's just not been anyone open.
The Rangers have to reach the Canyon 47 for a first down. 3rd and 17 to go. 4 wide for Atkins. Half protection, steps up, deep ball over the middle, and it is juggled and incomplete as a flag flies in. Martinez, the intended receiver, Facundo, was back deep in coverage. The flag will be called against him.
Josh gave it, at that point, all he had, and probably a good thing it's a little bit short because while Martinez had a step, that created the obvious situation for interference as the defensive back had no idea where the ball was.
And this will give Smithson Valley a first down via penalty. Coming into the game, Canyon averaging about 5 flags a game for about 38 yards a contest. And now first down at their own 49-yard line. Grotch at the tight end lined up wide left of Atkins. Martinez wide to the right to Dillon in the slot. Atkins with a handoff to Vic Nair, splits the defense inside the 40-yard line. Charges down to the 26. Nice looking run there by Cody Vignair for the Ranger first down.
Cody, the senior who had many more opportunities to run a year ago. This year, just numbers of running backs that have cost him some carries, but he still is a young man who's actually down on the field right now after that tackle, but I still like the way he runs because he seems to run hard all the time, and he does go north and south really well.
That was a gain of 25 for Vignair, but slowly get up right now, being looked at by the training staff. 6:50 left, third quarter. Smithson Valley in front, 35-3 as Vignair pops up, but will need help getting back to the Ranger sideline.
Not wanting to put any pressure on his left. Don't know if it's a knee or an ankle, but he's obviously tackled on the move and suffered a lower leg injury.
So he's out, and Aiken is back into the game at tailback for the Rangers. Smithson Valley was up 28-3 at half and opened the third quarter with a kickoff return touchdown by Trevon Merrick-Woodard. Now the offense looking to add to the lead. On first down, Dillon on the carry, trying to find room to the outside, closed off by Canyon. Steele on the tackle at the 30, or the 26 rather, no gain, 2nd and 10.
Keeping the ball on the ground, keeps the clock moving. I think, again, we talked about it at halftime. Both coaches probably want to see that clock not stop very much here in the second half.
Well, we've already hit now the halfway point of this third quarter. By the way, a win tonight, Smithson Valley clinches a winning record in 2016. 2nd and 10 with the 26, Atkins back to throw. Steps up, pass to the far side, a leaping attempt, and the catch is made by Grotchett at the 19 for 7. 3rd and 3 coming up.
Atkins pass complete to number 5, Davis Grotchett.
So again, at times tonight, Grotchett very much a factor in the offense.
7 yards on the play.
We might be calling his number a bit more as we hit the stretch run of the regular season.
I think you're right. We've seen 2 receivers, Dillon and Martinez, kind of excel above everyone else. But he gives them obviously a tight end who can move and perhaps mismatches.
3rd down and 3. Rangers on 3rd down tonight, 4 for 4, make it 5 for 5. Aiken breaking tackles inside the 5. Ball pops out and out of the back of the end zone. That's going to be a touchback for Canyon. If they mark it going out of the end zone.
They're going to huddle.
If it went out of bounds, short of the goal line, it will remain Smithson Valley ball. But it did go into the end zone, so it is a touchback. The Rangers' second lost turnover tonight.
Aiken did a great job of bursting through the hole and then veered to the outside. And when he got to the sideline, I don't really know if I saw a whole lot of contact, but he lost control of the ball and it went through the end zone.
Tony, you got to give Canyon credit. The team is down 32 points. The game is out of hand, but the defense keeps playing for Coach Muchigemba.
No doubt. A lot of credit to those kids who continue to perform, and I really think in the second half their offense has put forth better effort too, and I just think they're shorthanded in so many ways.
1st and 10, Cougars at their own 20, trailing 35-3 to the Rangers. 5:14 left, third quarter. Perez out of the shotgun and first down, running an option, now going to pass, and the Rangers keep him from doing that. He's sacked back at the 15-yard line, a loss of 5. And coming in was Flores, his second sack tonight, 2nd down and 15.
I'm still trying to figure out what they're trying to do on offense because their offensive line simply can't hold out the Rangers.
Well, I would think everything would have to be, if it's a passing pattern, Tony, 5-10-yard variety, can't be anything further than that. 2nd down, 15 at their own 15-yard line. Snap to Perez, a screen for Lamar, cutting outside the 20, and forced out by Rios at the Rangers sideline at the 23. Picks up bait, going to make 3rd down more manageable, 3rd down and 6.
Good job of pursuit by the defense that time as they put a hat on the defensive backs out there, yet pursuit got to him and kept him from getting a first down and got him out of bounds before the 25.
You see in there, you do run a quick passing play, quick screen, get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback, and get downfield. 3rd and 6, the 24. Perez looking over the defense and getting ready for 3rd down. Motion coming from Ammons, handoff to Lamar, tripped up and stopped well short of the first down, crashing in for the Rangers. Fullen and Nix. And Canyon's offense 3 and out, although there is a flag back at the 22. It's offsides against the Rangers. So Munchow, the punter, will stay on the sidelines for the time being. 3rd and 1 coming up now.
Still a little bit of a strange call on 3rd and 6.
Right.
To run the ball, the little delay, counter, handoff. I don't know that it's been there all night. I don't know why you'd think 3rd and, here way late in the 3rd quarter why it would come open.
Yeah, the only success the Cougars have had running the football has come running outside the hashes, nothing up the middle. That didn't work there, but gifted another chance on the Ranger penalty. 3rd and a yard. Ammons out of the slot, comes in motion into the backfield. Keeper for the quarterback Martinez, and he is slammed back. C.J. Keeler, along with Rios on the stop, back at the 27. A loss for the Cougars, and Munchow will come out after all for the punt.
A lot of movement, a lot of fake leads and different things with backs, and you thought he was going to get a lead blocker, but the running back just ran past everybody.
And we see Canyon made a quarterback change mid-possession there as well. Woodard back to return, has 2 return touchdowns tonight. This high wobbling punt will be fair caught by Woodard over his shoulder, the 31-yard line. 41-yard punt. No return for Woodard. 3:26 left, 3rd quarter. Rangers comfortably in front. 35-3 on their way to their 4th consecutive win. And barring a huge Canyon comeback, all 4 wins in a blowout fashion. 65-6 win over the Hornets of East Central started the streak. After the bye week, the Rangers shut out Wagner 37-0. And last week, their most impressive win of the season, 45-21 at Clemens, a Clemens team which had won 5 straight games.
1st and 10 for the Rangers.
First down for the Rangers from the 31. Play fake for Atkins. A pass is caught in the flat by Dillon. On a screenplay, that time Steele wraps him up with the 33 for a yard, 2nd and 9.
Better coverage all around by Facundo and by Steele there as they fought through the one blocker, and that time Josh Dillon didn't have a chance to put a move on him and get past him.
Speaking of Clemens, by the way, they had a dogfight right now with Judson, 17 all, 3rd quarter there at Rutledge Stadium. 2nd and 9 from the 33. Snap back to Atkins, hand off, Aiken to his left. protects the football this time. Running left and down to the 35 for 2. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. Another score update, by the way. And Wagner crawling back into the game against New Braunfels. Now a 24-14 Unicorn lead over the Thunderbirds.
Aiken's doing a good job running the ball, Brent, because, we talked about only averaging less than 3 yards a carry, yet he's getting to the hole so quick. It is breaking down, but he's getting there quick.
3rd and 7. Snap to Adkins. 4-man rush for Canyon. Adkins unable to get the pass off. It is sacked again. Back at the 27-yard line. J.C. Robledo with his 2nd sack of the year for Canyon. Their 4th sack tonight, and it brings down the Ranger punting unit.
Robledo did a great job as Aiken actually chopped him down as he was blitzing, got back up, and still got the sack.
We talk about coachable moments and a 32-point lead for the Rangers. Coach Hill is going to point to pass protection tonight. Here's Hilson out to punt with Steele awaiting back deep. Not a good punt. End over end. Steele in traffic makes a fair catch out around the 48-yard line. 24-yard punt by Hilston. No return. Minute 24 left, 3rd quarter. Smithson Valley in front, 35-3.
See McNair back up on the sideline doing some drills for the training team to prove that he's good enough to go back in. It looked like an ankle when they brought him over to the sideline, kind of adjusted the tape on his ankle, and he seems to be high-stepping and other things that shows he wants to get back in this game.
So starting this series, the quarterback for Canyon is Martinez. A lot of back and forth at the position tonight for the Cougars. Split between Martinez and Perez. Snap to Martinez off a pump fake. A deep ball to the far side. It is intercepted. At the 40-yard line of the 45 goes Chandler Beam, his 2nd pick this year. And the Ranger defense has its first turnover of the night.
It's like fool's gold. Martinez sees that guy going down the sideline, and there's a safety in the middle of the field watching it happen. And Chandler Beam just takes his time, bides his way over there, and goes up to a higher point and pulls it down for his 2nd interception of the year. But again, Brandon, it's like they haven't seen these situations before. They seem so uncomfortable out there offensively.
Well, you see the play concept and design for Canyon. Martinez following it to a T, but it's his job as a quarterback to read the defense. If that play is not there, you can't throw the ball. On 1st down, here's a handoff, and nice job by Aiken breaking tackles. And finally dropped to the 46 in Canyon territory after a gain of 8 yards, 2nd and 2.
I am getting more and more impressed with Mr. Aiken every time he carries the ball, Brent, because I've said this several times. He's getting to the hole so quick. He's really got a great first step, and he gets going full speed within a step or two, and he's hitting the hole hard, which gets him to the 2nd level in a hurry.
2nd and 2. Aiken again the lone setback here. Atkins will hand it off to him, running right. Sheds a tackle inside the 40 to 1st down. Up to the Canyon 37 with 30 seconds to go in the 3rd. The Rangers in front 35-3. And Tony, I'm glad you're impressed by Aiken because the grains of sand are winding out in the 2016 season. You start thinking about 2017, Aiken might be playing for a starting job next year.
I don't think there's any doubt that's what the coaches are looking at and seeing if he can be the guy that carries the load.
Might be the final play of the 3rd quarter coming up here. 1st down to the Canyon 38. Snap to Atkins, hand off to Aiken again, and that time it stood up. At the 38 for no gain. There's Nerby, another tackle for the Cougars. And the final seconds tick off the 3rd quarter clock. Smithson Valley 12 minutes away from its 4th win in a row. It's Smithson Valley 35, Canyon 3. Start of the 4th quarter coming up on the Rangers Network. We're back in just a moment.
It was a dark and spooky night. It was 3rd and 10. And the Rangers had the ball when all of a sudden they had a false start penalty.
What in the world? Are you all scared scared about? Coach Hill's just gonna call a play action pass, drop the linebackers, hit the receiver on a shallow post, strike up the band. Rangers, the best!
Join Coach Hill and Brant Freeman each week on Inside Rangers Football. Log on to RangersNetwork.com to never miss an episode.
The Rangers defense had their backs to the goal line. It seemed like all hope was lost.
Coach will blitz them and knock them out of field goal range.
Welcome back to Ranger Stadium. 35-3 is the Ranger lead. Ready to start the fourth quarter play here from Smithson Valley. In the first fourth quarter play, sees Josh Atkins getting hurried, throws the ball away as the rush is on from Canyon. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 10 to the Cougar 38-yard line.
Not sure how far outside of the tackle box he was, but that ball barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
Smithson Valley in 3rd down tonight. 4 for 5. 3rd and 10. 3 wide for Atkins. Off a high snap, will keep it himself up the middle, sifting through the white and red of the Canyon jerseys. And it's dropped to the 33-yard line. Gain of 5. 4th down coming up for the Rangers and 5 to go.
That's where sometimes a sophomore running back catches you. The snap's high. Josh can't get it into his belly. Instead of slowing down, Aiken had already gone past him, leaving Josh to run without any apparent situation in front of him that would be successful.
Situation for the Rangers where they're too close to punt, probably too far for a field goal attempt, so the offense stays on the field. 4th down, 5 to go. 3 wide for Atkins, 2 to the bottom and 1 to the top. Takes a snap, pass to flat is caught. Aiken on the swing pass, angling for the first down, but will not get there. Tackled to the 30-yard line. Hunter Thompson kept him from picking up the first down. Just a turnover on downs for the Rangers.
Thompson, their leading tackler this year with 50 tackles coming into the game, and I can't think of another time where you've called his name on a tackle.
I can't recall either. We've seen a lot of push up front from Colin Nerby. Seen Steele, the cornerback, in a few plays, but not a lot from Thompson or Martin Davis, the other outside linebacker.
Well, Davis, I do remember making some plays. It's De Leon that I don't remember making any, or anybody else on the defensive line.
Martinez starts this series for Canyon. From their own 30 and 1st down, and this running play at the middle for Lamar nets a yard. Gibbons in the tackle for the Rangers. Do start to wonder when we will see Smithson Valley 2nd and 3rd teamers come into the game.
Lamar came into the game with 489 yards, 4.2 yards a carry. We've seen some light in what his ability is, but not much, as he's been bottled up an awful lot.
Smithson Valley's starters still out there on defense right now. 10:30 left, 35-3 Smithson Valley. Snap to Martinez on the keeper, cutting it back inside at a nice run across the 40 into the secondary, dragged down from behind by Gibbons at the 50. A gain of 19 for Martinez and a first down.
Gain of 19 on the play, however.
Kind of ironic there that I think the defense all went with the fake and didn't really see Martinez pull it back, and he was behind the line and the linebackers before they even noticed. Gibbons did a great job of chasing him down.
And again, though, it was a run play outside the tackles that gained positive yardage for Canyon. 1st and 10 from midfield for Martinez. There's motion from Ammon. Snap to Martinez off the play fake. Looking to throw against the grain. The pass is caught. Just a second completion tonight for Canyon. Down to the Smithson Valley 35. And it's Lane Young, his 4th catch this season. First down.
Another one of their tight ends kind of dragging across the middle. That time the quarterback did a great job of being patient and putting it on target.
16-yard gain for Canyon. They had 1 yard passing the first 3 quarters. First down, here's Lamar up the middle and gashes the Ranger defense for 9 more to the 25-yard line.
Tackled by Josh Hansen.
This is Canyon's most impressive drive of the night so far. And again, it is coming against Smithson Valley's first-string defense. If you recall, the 3 points they scored in the first half came after an Atkins fumble at the Ranger 20-yard line. 2nd and 1 at the Ranger 25. Martinez takes a snap, runs it himself, and a first down. Dragged down by Keeler at the 24.
See, now there was a well-designed play. They needed a couple of yards for a first down, and they just direct snapped it. Quarterback went right away with a good surge on that side of the line and got him a first down.
Yeah, good rhythm right now by Canyon. For the first time tonight, I feel like we're seeing the Cougars offense play with some confidence. From the Ranger 24. 2 receivers left for Martinez with the Cougars down 32. Martinez again his own number and stood up this time. Zuber and Gibbons on the tackle. At the 24-yard line, no gain. Brings up 2nd and 10, 8:27 to go in the game.
He didn't seem as confident on that run as he started to turn up the field like he was on the first down run.
Well, again, there's a running play, Tony, between the tackles, and Smithson Valley is not giving up anything up the middle. 2nd and 10. Martinez takes a snap, play fake, hit as he throws. High throw nearly intercepted by Pierce again off the hands of Young at the 15-yard line. Sets up 3rd and 10.
Pierce almost had his 5th interception, and he really, in so many ways, wasn't a part of the play. As that wasn't his man. He was just there, got a hand on it. Would have been a very difficult catch, but 4 interceptions already this season.
And that brings up a troublesome 3rd down for Canyon. 1 of 9 on 3rd down so far tonight. From their own 24, needing 10 to convert. Snap to Martinez, back to throw. Heaving it towards end zone. And the pass intercepted in the end zone by guess who? Pierce. There's his 5th pick, and he's taking it out to the 10. Spinning out of a tackle, still running, fumbles the football. At the 30, and is picked up by Canyon. What a crazy sequence that was. And the Cougars, after all that, end up losing just 6 yards and get a fresh set of downs.
I know we're excited, and I know he's excited, Mason Pierce, with his 5th interception of the year. That's one of those where he's trying so hard because he brought it out of the end zone to get past the 20, where he's just trying to do things he cannot do anymore because he is fatigued.
You know what that play reminds me of, and I do wonder how many people recall this. The 2007 NFL playoffs, Marlon McCree for the San Diego Chargers intercepted a pass from Tom Brady, fumbled it in the 4th quarter, keeping the Patriots' hopes alive, and they ended up winning the game. As that running play is stopped at the 30-yard line for a yard, going to bring up 2nd down and 9. The ball carrier was Lamar.
And I don't think we're going to go there as far as who's going to win the game, but yeah.
If you're a Chargers fan, I'm sorry. 2nd and 9 to go. Smithson Valley in front 35-3 with 7:10 left in the 4th quarter. Back at a quarterback is Xavier Perez. On 2nd and 9, to throw. A screen is caught by Lamar and is wrestled down to the 23-yard line for 7. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2.
Number 6, Isaac Lamar. Tackled by number 26, Jacob.
And by the way, we asked the question, when would the backups come in for the Rangers on defense? That's now.
Yeah.
Yep. If we can sprinkle in a few names, we'll do that as Canyon gets ready for 3rd down and 2. Perez, the quarterback from the Smithson Valley 23. Motion from Becca. Here's a snap and the handoff, Lamar. And there's Cornelius from the linebacker spot. Wraps him up and slams him down to the 23-yard line. No gain, brings up 4th down.
And again, you have to ask, is this 4-down territory? And we've said yes earlier when it wasn't, so I don't think there's any doubt. 35-3, you need to go for it.
The Cougars are well within Munchau's range of a field goal, but what does 35-6 do for you?
Right.
4th and 2, the Ranger 23. Out of the pistol, Perez takes a snap, an option, the pitch to Lamar, and slides down. Didn't want to get hit there. Awkward slide down by Lamar to the 21, and I don't know if he got the first.
He did not. I don't think he did.
So, boy, Lamar there.
That's kind of strange.
Lamar, 5'6", 155, a running back who's been hit plenty of times this season. you can't get your body up like that.
And he's put his head down into holes before.
Right.
That didn't make sense. I don't know.
Our statistician, Austin Milam, thinks that Lamar got a little bit too cute with his footwork there.
Maybe he tripped on the 22. I don't know.
1st and 10 for the Ranger offense at their own 22. New quarterback in is Hallam for the Rangers and dives down to the 25-yard line for 3-yard gains. So the junior, Christian Hallam, getting some work. Speaking of players auditioning for jobs next year, don't forget, this is Josh Atkins' final season as the Ranger quarterback. We see Hilston in at receiver for the Rangers. Also checking in at wideout is C.J. Medlin. 2nd and 7 at their own 25. Snap to Hallam. Turns, hands it off awkwardly to the tailback, who's wrapped up at the 22-yard line. On the carry that time for Smithson Valley was Saul Lara. Haven't called his name a lot this season. A loss of 4 will bring up 3rd down and 11.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Kind of a strange scenario is the starters for Canyon's defense are still on the field against the second string for the Rangers offense.
I wonder how much depth there really is on Canyon's team. 3rd down and 11 for Hallam. Going to keep it himself to his left. And Hallam is chopped down to the 25-yard line for a 4-yard pickup. Ball short of the 1st down, and the Rangers will punt the ball back to Canyon. 4:20 left in the 4th. Smithson Valley in front 35-3. Rangers jumped out in front 21-0 in the first quarter. And it has been all Rangers since then.
Is this a different punter?
That's not Hilston back there for the Rangers. I think that's Brance Anderson. Listed as a tight end and gets the punt away. Not a bad punt by Anderson. And the returner did not call for the fair catch, but was not given a fair chance to make the catch. Pierce commits a penalty. And so Canyon will get the football inside of midfield here.
Yeah, I think Mason tried to time it and got there just a touch early. As Steele never let the ball was never into Steele's hands before there was contact.
Officials talk things over at around the 42-yard line. Some of the crowd filing out here tonight. Again, a great showing at kickoff. A lot of fans wearing pink. The Rangers' breast cancer awareness game. Fair catch interference to call against Pierce, rightfully done.
15-yard penalty.
And they will start inside of midfield. Just one home game left in the regular season for Smithson Valley. And it comes 7 days from now against Judson. 7:30 next Friday here in Spring Branch. Last we checked, Clemens and Judson had a dogfight in Converse. It was 17-all in the 3rd quarter, last update we got. So after the penalty, it's 1st down Canyon at the Ranger 44-yard line with 3:50 left. This could be Canyon's final offensive possession tonight. Perez, the quarterback, takes a snap and keeps it himself to his right and breaks a couple of tackles inside the 30 and finally dropped it around the 25. Nice run by Xavier Perez. Good for about 19 yards. 1st down Canyon.
Brady Chubb with the tackle, but that was really amazing as you see some other Ranger defenders come on the field after that one. That Martinez, or Perez, pardon me, just kind of tiptoed his way around the edge, and nobody wrapped him up.
So the Cougars looking for a trip to the end zone before game's in. Set up with 1st and 10 at the Ranger 25. Snap to Perez, trying to run up the middle, and darts up to the 20-yard line for 5. Going to bring up 2nd down, 5 to go as we approach 3 minutes left in the 4th quarter.
I think what Canyon is sensing right now is the big horses that have been in the middle for the Ranger defense are gone, and they're just trying to get a surge and move the ball. And finding an easier opportunity to do so now.
The Cougars were kept out of the end zone for the first 3 quarters last week against steal. Did score 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. Nearly came back from a 21-0 deficit. 2nd and 5, Perez to throw. He's pressured, and he's sacked. Back at the 27. So the second string comes in and makes a play on the sack for the Rangers. Michael Perez is first this year.
You've just run the ball 3 or 4 times very successfully.
Right.
You have 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line. Why are you throwing the ball?
And you have time here. If the goal on this drive is to get a touchdown before the game is over, you've got time.
2nd and 5.
Yeah.
You've just run the ball for 5 or more yards 3 times in a row.
And now this is a passing down. 3rd and 12. Motion out of the backfield for Perez, back to throw. And the ball short hops the intended receiver, Oscar Dean. Incomplete at the 28-yard line, going to bring up 4th and 12. So, Tony, go back to second down play, right? Second down, 5 to go. You've got 3 plays to move the chains.
And honestly, what I saw and what I felt there is they've sensed the big guys and the big horses in the middle aren't there. Let's just push the ball down into the end zone. I think 3 or 4 more plays, they get there.
4th down, 12 to go for the Cougars. Could be their final offensive play. Low snap to the quarterback, Perez. Throws a pass and nearly picked off by Cornelius as the Rangers drop back in a zone defense. Turnover on downs. Gives the Rangers the ball with 1:50 to play.
We have an important announcement to make.
That's just.
Volleyball Coach Gomberg got her 600.
I'm almost speechless. You haven't had success all night. You find some success. Why do you go away from it? It just doesn't make sense to me.
So the Rangers now 1:50, 110 seconds away from their 4th consecutive win by scores of 65-6, 37-0, 45-21, and likely 35-3. Impressive stuff. Hallam with a handoff and not much of anything. There, a loss back to the 22-yard line for the ball carrier, Lara.
Tackled by number 23,
A loss of about 4 yards will bring up 2nd and 14.
Cougars have many of their backups on the field, as much as they probably have depth for.
And again, the Rangers, a handful of second, maybe some third-teamers out there right now as well. As we approach the final minute of the game, Rangers inching closer towards a playoff spot. Snap to Hallam, pass far side is caught. And the receiver tackled across the 25 at about the 28-yard line. And I believe making the catch there for the Rangers was Welch. It was. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 9 to go. Good for about 5 yards there.
5 yards. 3rd and 9.
So unless Canyon elects to use a timeout, Smithson Valley should only have to run 1 more play and the game will be over.
I believe you're correct.
So again, to go back to the win streak and the point differential, the first game plus 59, second game plus 37, third game plus 24, as the handoff goes up the left side of the 32-yard line. And here tonight, plus 32.
Hallam did a great job with pulling out the fake on the pass attempt after he handed it off, that one of their lineman was still rushing and one of the offensive linemen was still blocking him all the way through.
And the final seconds tick off the clock, and the Smithson Valley Rangers now have a 4-game winning streak heading into the final home game of the season next week. Your final score from Ranger Stadium, Smithson Valley 35, Canyon 3. Post-game coverage coming up in just a moment on the Rangers Network.
We're cooking dinner here at Whataburger. Doesn't that sound good?
We can cater to everybody's needs, whether you want a burger, whether you want chicken.
I love the salad because it has fruit, vegetables.
I ordered the triple meat with cheese.
Double meat with double cheese. I'm a meat eater.
Whataburger for dinner.
It's a time where all the family can get together. Everybody's off of work. Everybody's out of school.
Dinner's special for me and my family because it's the one meal out of the day that we get to spend together.
I love seeing happy faces at Whataburger, and I would love to cook you dinner.
It's time for football, and Red McCombs Ford is powering the Rangers to another successful season. So go Rangers and good luck. From Red McCombs Ford, the truck capital of Texas, and SAFord.com.
You should know I believe in you. Every race you run, you're my number one. Kick it up now and bring it on. This will be your day. 'Cause baby, you were born to win. Never give up, never give in. You were born to win. Your destiny is victory. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Baby, you were born to win.
Cool, right? I can control just about everything in my home from my phone since JVTC installed our Connect Home security system. Whoa, I just got a text that somebody opened my window. I'm setting off the alarm.
Get GVTC security monitoring 24/7 and even control your thermostat, lights, and cameras if you upgrade to our Connect Home system. GVTC, just plain smart.
Oh, by the way, Mom, I volunteered us to host the Band Booster fundraiser meeting.
When?
Tonight, and we'll need to have something to eat too.
No! Sure, honey. How many are coming?
I don't know, like 5?
Thank you for calling Smoky Mo's. This is Katie. Yes, ma'am, we can feed 3 to 8 with our family pack.
Actually, it's more like 20 are coming.
Yes, ma'am, we can feed 20 with our group pack.
Actually, make that 50. The Silver Spurs dance team is coming too.
Absolutely, we can feed 50 with our group pack.
Welcome to the Rangers Network. 24-hour-a-day access to news, game replays, original shows, live game night radio coverage, and more on rangersnetwork.com. Watch every home and away game the day after, complete in the way only the Rangers Network can bring it to you. Never miss an episode of Inside Rangers Football. Listen to all the games live on your smartphone with our exclusive live scoring screen. Rangers Network is your media hub for everything Rangers. Be a part of Rangers Network.
Welcome back to Ranger Stadium on the Rangers Network. Smithson Valley hoisting the Comal Cup at midfield moments ago as they knock off Canyon in this Comal ISD battle. 35-3 Rangers over the Cougars. Smithson Valley now 5-2 in the season, improving to 4-1 in 27-6A play. The Cougars falling to 1-7, and their playoff hopes on life support. They are now 1-4. Tony, looking back at this game tonight, highlighted by phenomenal special teams play by the Rangers. 2 return touchdowns in this game, both courtesy of Trevon Merrick-Woodard.
And a lot of positives we can talk about, and we will talk about some stats. The one thing we talked about during the break was that similar to the Wagner game is you get a big lead, 28-3 at halftime, and except for Woodard's kickoff return for a touchdown, there's no points scored by the Rangers in the second half, and that's really a scenario that you wonder, is that by design? Are you trying to not give out any more information, trying to not sell any more plays? It just is frustrating as you watch this dynamic offense go 2 quarters without moving the ball as well as they can. They have one drive that goes down basically to the goal line and they fumble it away, and then maybe things get vanilla because you don't want to show other things. But they have to get better at finishing that kind of a game.
Tony, something you and I talked about a lot in the pregame show here tonight was Smithson Valley's defense really leading things during the 3-game winning streak coming into the game. Going through the numbers again, only giving up 140 yards of offense in the prior 3 games, 9 points per game given up by the defense, and we saw that again on display here tonight.
And we saw so many different guys make plays. When you think about the names you called out, that C.J. Keeler, who comes into the game with 17 tackles, 5 for loss, a couple of sacks. So he's made big plays but doesn't have great numbers. Jack Gibbons, the leading tackler, had a couple of tackles and made some big plays, but so many other guys were there, from Brandon Arnold to Zuber to Josh Hansen. We mentioned how many times the safety was in on plays at the line of scrimmage. I think that the fact that the unit is playing so well together and making group plays is what blows my mind away, how well they've advanced to that stage.
Looking at the final numbers from tonight's game, first downs advantage Smithson Valley 12-7. Looking at yardage, the Rangers had 148 yards rushing to Canyon's 111. Passing yardage, the Rangers this evening picked up a total passing yardage amount of 118 yards. The Cougars had 33 yards passing all night. Total yardage 266 for the Rangers, 144 for Canyon. Smithson Valley's rushing leader was Josh Atkins this evening. Atkins had 2 rushing touchdowns, 10 carries for 55 yards to lead the way for Smithson Valley. And Tony, that's going to wrap things up for us. Looking forward to Judson next week.
It's going to be a big game, and hopefully a lot will be on the line for both teams.
All right, I want to thank my partner tonight, Tony Brubaker, our statistician, Austin Milam, and our entire crew here on the Rangers Network. I'm Brent Freeman saying once again the final score, Smithson Valley 35, Canyon 3 from Ranger Stadium. Good night.